I just can't accept that my genius mother, who aims for the medical school, is a high school dropout. It infuriates me. How dare you, a person of such low academic standing, pretend to be a mother? I absolutely hate you. Oh, here we go again. Samantha, you do realize that just aiming for something doesn't make you a genius, right? Anyone can aspire to be something even without being exceptionally talented. Plus, you're already over 20 and have repeated a year. What? Age has nothing to do with genius. And you know what? I learned from Dad that you're a high school dropout. The reason I'm not passing the exams is that your blood is holding me back. Samantha, I understand that you're feeling angry and want to take it out on someone, but don't you think that's a bit too much? It sounds completely unreasonable. But it's impossible for someone as brilliant as I am to fail the medical school entrance exam 3 times. How much longer are you going to keep dragging me down? I'm not trying to drag you down, you know. I genuinely think it depends on your efforts. Huh? Are you saying it's my fault for failing the medical school entrance exam? Well, yes, I suppose I am. After all, you're the one taking the exam and failing it. You could try to come up with other excuses, but the primary reason lies with you. What are you talking about? You're just shifting responsibility. How can you say something like that? Would it kill you to say something a little more supportive? Aren't you supposed to be my mother? But I think it's better to tell you the truth. It's more important than sugarcoating things. Samantha, as your mother, I truly want to be a support for you, even when you say terrible things to me every day. That's why I want to confront you directly without holding back. What do you mean you love me? It's unbelievable that my mother has such a low academic background. It's laughable how someone like you can lecture others. What do you want, Samantha? By belittling me like that, what do you hope to achieve? I want you to get out of my life. You're not needed in my life. Oh, you really do say sad things, don't you? And can't you please stop begging Dad for money? Huh? What are you talking about? Don't act all innocent. It's pointless. I know that you're borrowing a large sum of money from Dad, okay? He might stay silent about it, but I've seen him regularly prepare cash and leave the house, making sure it's not noticed by me doing the handover outside, right? Bart would say something like that? Don't you dare casually call my dad by his name. Well, he is my husband, so I can call him by his name. But is that story true, preparing cash and going out? I've seen him putting tens of thousands of yen in an envelope multiple times. It always happens when you're not at home. So you're the one receiving it outside, right? Just because Dad works for a prestigious company and earns a high salary doesn't mean he has money to waste on you. I have to talk to Bart about this. Just get out of here.
So what's this about? You said you had something to talk about? I'm working right now, so could you keep it short?
Well, it might just be me overthinking things, but I heard something from Samantha. She mentioned that you've been putting cash in an envelope and leaving the house regularly. Is there something going on?
Huh?
Samantha seems to think that I'm the one asking you for money. But is there something else going on?
What are you talking about? Look, I'm an adult, all right? There are times when I just need cash for certain things, that's all.
Maybe that's true, but you know how sharp Samantha is. She notices everything. It's hard to ignore her when she picks up on these things.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? She must be confused or something. I don't have any secrets.
Are you sure? This is really just a misunderstanding, right? There's nothing questionable about what you're doing?
Questionable? What's that supposed to mean? There are plenty of times when having cash on hand is just necessary. Like paying bills, for example.
But as far as I know, the household bills are set up to be automatically withdrawn from my account.
Right. Well, either way, I'm not doing anything wrong, I promise.
There's something else I should tell you. Yesterday, a woman came to our house. She asked for you by name. Is Bart here, she said?
What?
I told her you weren't home, and she just said she'd come back another time. She specifically asked me to tell you Bailey came by, and then she left.
You're serious? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I'm sorry, I meant to bring it up last night, but I forgot. Do you think this woman might be related to the cash withdrawals you're making?
Wait, what are you getting at? I don't know any woman like that. This has to be a case of mistaken identity.
But she specifically asked for Bart. She was very clear about it.
Then it must be someone from work, all right? Probably one of our employees, or maybe a former client or something like that.
Well, if that's the case, wouldn't she have used your last name? Instead, she called herself Bailey. And honestly, if she's work-related, why would she know our home address?
Damn it, this is ridiculous. I told you I don't know her. Now I really need to get back to work.
Hey, Samantha, can you explain what exactly is going on here? Oh, you must have gotten back to the house. Why is all of my stuff gone? What on earth happened? Well, the thing is, we decided it was time to kick you out. You must have been getting in the way of my studies, and honestly, a high school dropout like you isn't suitable to be my mom anyway. Kicking me out? What did Bart say about this? Of course, Dad was totally on board. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten this far. We've decided to sell all your stuff and use the money to help cover our living expenses. So that's why Bart's been leaving my messages on read and not replying? Things have gotten complicated, haven't they? No, it's really quite simple. You're getting kicked out of the house and that's it. All your stuff is gone from here anyway, so you might as well leave right away. Did you really hate me that much? Obviously, it's miserable having a loser like you as my mother. If you're gone, I'll definitely be able to get into med school right away. Plus, it'll be great to not have a freeloading parasite who barely earns anything but eats up all the money. This is really going too far. I have tried my best to understand you, to be patient, but I can't tolerate this any longer. Oh, is that so? But what exactly can a lowlife like you do? Just go live strong and independent after we've abandoned you. You're just a failure of a mother after all. Well, it's not like I was really your true mother anyway. Because your real mother is that other woman. What? That other woman? My real mother? What are you even talking about? Listen, Samantha, the truth is I'm not actually your biological mother. You're your father's child from a previous relationship. What? Really? Yes, I never thought I needed to tell you before, and I didn't feel it was necessary. But since we're breaking off our parent-child relationship, I might as well tell you now. You're kidding. This is actually amazing news, huh? Is that so? I figured you might say something like that. Well, obviously. I mean, it's been painful thinking I was actually related by blood to someone as lowly as you. Finding out we're unrelated? This is the best. So let's just never see each other again. Even though I figured you'd respond like this, hearing you say it still hurts. But then, who exactly is my real mom? She must be someone super smart, beautiful, and amazing, huh? Your real mother is a woman named Bailey. She's the one who's been blackmailing Bart and trying to take over our house. Wait, what? Why would my mom be doing something like that? Are you jealous or something? Give it a rest with these lies. Bailey has massive debts, so she came back to town, found Bart, and tried to extort money from him. She's been blackmailing him. Blackmail? With what kind of leverage? Your father's having an affair. And not just with anyone, it's with the only daughter of one of his company's major clients. What? Bailey happened to come across some evidence of the affair. Since she was in desperate need of money, she decided to use it to blackmail Bart. As you know, Bart works at a prestigious company. If this affair were to come to light, his career would be ruined in an instant. Dad, an affair? Well, given that his wife is a loser like you, I guess I can understand why he'd want to cheat. You have a really terrible personality, Samantha. You honestly need serious help. Wait, so what happens to us now? What is Bailey planning to do next? I have no idea, and besides, we're no longer family, are we? But I need to start looking for a new place to live, so I'll be going now. I'll miss you, but try to stay strong. Wait! Dad? Hey, I heard from Mom. She told me that my real mother is someone named Bailey. Is that true?
What? Jessica actually told you that? Did she tell you anything else?
Yeah. She also told me that Bailey has proof of your affair and that she's blackmailing you with it. Apparently she's been demanding money from you because of it?
Forget everything that woman told you. It's all lies, do you hear me? Everything is a total lie. You understand that, right?
But...
Samantha, are you really gonna believe anything a lowlife like Jessica says? Look at her. She's a high school dropout, barely getting by with a part-time job. She's nothing like me. We're not even in the same social league. Who are you gonna trust, her or me?
Then who exactly is Bailey? I've seen you leave the house with cash in an envelope before. And recently there have been women showing up at the door that I don't even recognize, ringing the doorbell.
There is no Bailey. You're my daughter, mine and Jessica's. Everything you've been told is completely fabricated. You mustn't believe any of it, got it?
All right, I understand.
What the hell did you do? How could you possibly tell Samantha everything? Did you even stop to think about how she might feel when she learns the truth? She could be devastated by this.
Oh, spare me the drama. Don't pretend you care about her feelings. You're only worried about yourself. That's the real issue here, isn't it?
Shut your mouth. Why do you even know about Bailey? I never told you anything about her.
I mentioned that a woman named Bailey came to our house. When she was here, I took the opportunity to ask her a few questions, and she revealed quite a lot to me. She told me about your affair.
Hold on a second. You're actually believing her? She could be lying to manipulate you.
From her perspective, I'm not her enemy, so she has no reason to lie to me. She even shared some details about how horrible you were when we got married.
What? You can't just take her word for it.
The reason for our divorce was your infidelity, Bart. You used your connections to intimidate Bailey and forced her to give you her child. You wanted to raise a perfect child to enhance your own status. I can only imagine how you manipulated her into doing what you wanted.
And what proof do you have that any of this is true?
Are you really that clueless? She has all the evidence she needs. If she wanted to, she could ruin you whenever she wanted.
What?
Right now, she's just playing with you. She's probably thinking that after she squeezes every last penny out of you, she'll drop all the evidence.
You have to know her. Please, just talk to her. I'm genuinely sorry for everything I've done. I'll apologize as much as she wants. Just get her to stop this.
You have some nerve asking me for help after you kicked me out of the house.
Kicked you out? What are you talking about?
You really don't know? My things are gone from the house. Samantha told me Dad and I decided to kick you out. I'm done with this. I'm moving back to my parents' place.
What? Did she actually do that? I was just joking about it. I never meant to kick you out.
It doesn't matter. The fact is, I've been thrown out regardless of what you intended. I'm exhausted with this entire situation.
Please, just convince Bailey to stop. I'll pay her whatever she wants. I can't deal with this threat anymore.
You're going to have to handle that yourself. You created this mess.
But you have to understand, I was only trying to manage things. I never wanted it to come to this.
Well, it has come to this. You think it's all about you, but Samantha's caught up in the middle. You're so wrapped up in your own issues that you don't even see how it affects her.
I know. I didn't want her to get hurt, but this is all out of control.
Exactly, and you brought this on yourself. Maybe if you had thought about the consequences of your actions, we wouldn't be in this position.
I was stupid. I see that now. I never thought it would go this far.
Well, it did, and now we're both suffering because of your choices. I have to think about Samantha now. She's the one who needs to be protected from all of this chaos.
You think I don't care about her? I do. I just didn't want it to end up like this.
But it has. You need to own up to your mistakes. It's time to face the truth, Bart. Running away from it won't help anyone.
So what do you want me to do? Just sit here and wait for Bailey to destroy everything?
No, you need to confront this head on. Talk to Bailey, but be honest this time. Stop pretending everything is fine when it's not.
And if she won't listen? What if she doesn't care about my apologies?
Then you'll have to deal with the consequences of your actions. You made this mess, it's up to you to clean it up.
I just want to protect Samantha. She doesn't deserve any of this.
Exactly, so start acting like it. Be a father for once and stop thinking only of yourself.
You're right. I'll do whatever it takes to make this right.
I hope you mean that because we're all counting on you to step up.
I will. I promise. I'll talk to Bailey and make this right no matter what it takes. Samantha, why did you do something unnecessary? Who do you think you're living off of?
What? What do you mean, who do you think you're living off of? What's going on here? Dad? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? How could you kick Jessica out? You have no idea how complicated things have become because of your actions.
But Dad, you agreed with me, didn't you? I thought you'd be happy that I took that step.
What are you even talking about? How old are you? Are you really that stupid, still acting like a child even after turning 20? I've been pouring money into your medical school trying to support your future as a doctor. I wish I'd never bothered to fight for custody if this is how it's going to turn out.
Dad, is this really you?
If you hadn't kicked Jessica out, there might still have been some hope left. But now it's over. There's no one who can stop Bailey from doing what she wants. Your future is finished too. I'm done supporting you financially.
Wait, please, I get it. I'll bring Bailey back. Just don't abandon me, Dad, please.
I don't care. I'm already on the brink of destruction myself. As for you, I lost all hope the moment you failed your exams twice. You're an adult now. You can fend for yourself. Do your best to survive.
Please wait, Dad, I'm begging you. Hey, I'm really sorry. Oh, it's rare for you to apologize. What's brought this on? I've been abandoned by Dad. Everything Mom said was true. He only thinks about himself. Oh my, calling me Mom now? Well, that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? But it does make me happy to hear you say that. Right? I've misunderstood you until now, but from now on I'll do my best to be a good daughter, Mom. Well, even with that, it doesn't mean we get a happy ending here. What do you mean? Don't you think that just because you and I made up, everything is okay? What you did isn't something that can be fixed with just an apology. I understand that. That's why I want to keep apologizing until you forgive me. What are you saying? Apologies won't change anything. No matter how many times you apologize, it'll be useless. 0 times anything is still 0, you know. You want to go to medical school, yet you don't even understand basic math? No, then what should I do? It's simple. You'll have to compensate me for the things you carelessly threw away. Okay, that sounds fair. Yes, I'll pay. I promise I will. Just remember, there were many important items in what you threw away that I used for work. If you plan to compensate me for everything, it's going to add up to quite a bit of money. Are you really okay with that? That's... But I'll manage. I really will. I am genuinely remorseful. Oh, is that so? Well, then I'll also need to get compensated for emotional distress. After all, I've been insulted by you repeatedly. Emotional distress? How much is that going to be? Well, I'll have to talk to my lawyer about it. A lawyer? Isn't that a bit too extreme? Of course not. I've been deeply hurt by this whole situation. Plus, you'll need to have a considerable amount of money for yourself, won't you? You'll need to find a new place to live, after all. Wait, no, but I already have a home. Bart is going to face ruin soon. He'll be drowning in debt. What do you mean? Once that happens, that house will be taken by the bank in no time. So, does that mean I'll be living with you? I have no interest in living with strangers. Strangers? But that's... Please, wait a moment. Give it up. You'll pay me compensation and then we'll part ways. That's so cruel. I mean, you may not be my biological mother, but you're still a mother figure to me. Oh, really? Well, let me tell you one last important thing as your mother. You've blamed your failures in medical school on my genes, but since we're not blood related, that's incorrect. It's simply a matter of your own lack of effort. You need to remember that. But I really tried. Did you? Because if you did, you would have succeeded. Excuses won't get you anywhere. I know. But please, can't we just start fresh? I want to make things right. Starting fresh is fine, but it doesn't erase the past. You have to understand that. I do. I really do. I just want a chance to prove it to you. Proving it will take time, and it's not just going to happen overnight. I'm willing to put in the effort. I just need your support. Support comes with accountability. You need to take responsibility for your actions first. Okay, I understand. I'll take responsibility. Just please don't give up on me. It's not about giving up on you. It's about making sure you learn and grow from this. Life doesn't come easy, Samantha. I get it. I'll work hard to make things right. I promise. Good. Just remember, it's not just about saying you're sorry. It's about showing it through your actions. I will. I'll show you that I can be better, that I can make you proud. Then let's see if you can follow through on those words. Actions speak louder than words, after all. I made the difficult decision to block Samantha's phone number and sever all communication with her. This choice came after much deliberation and reflection on the state of our relationship, which had become increasingly complicated and strained over time. Initially, our connection had been filled with warmth and laughter, moments where we could lose ourselves in each other's company, sharing dreams and aspirations. However, as the months wore on, those happy moments became overshadowed by misunderstandings, disagreements, and an ever-growing sense of dissatisfaction that hung over us like a dark cloud. I found myself constantly questioning the dynamics between us, wondering where it had all gone wrong and what had led us to this point of no return. The act of blocking her number was not just a simple gesture, it felt like a declaration of independence. It was a way to reclaim my life and my mental well-being after months of emotional turmoil and uncertainty. I had poured so much of myself into the relationship, and it had started to feel like I was losing my identity, my sense of self. I knew deep down that Samantha needed to learn how to be self-sufficient and independent. I had supported her through various challenges, but it became evident that my constant presence had allowed her to rely on me too heavily, stunting her growth as an individual. As I made this decision, I felt a tumultuous mix of relief and sorrow. The relief came from finally taking a stand for myself, while the sorrow stemmed from the painful acknowledgement that it had to come to this. I had loved Samantha deeply, and it was painful to acknowledge that despite our best efforts, we had drifted apart. In the back of my mind, I hoped that this separation would lead her to reflect on her life choices, enabling her to learn the importance of self-reliance and responsibility. I wanted her to find her own strength and resilience in the face of adversity, understanding that true independence often arises from overcoming challenges. Navigating through the emotional landscape of our breakup was not an easy journey. I sought comfort in my close friends and family, those steadfast allies who had been my support system throughout our relationship. They had seen the ebbs and flows of my emotional state, often sensing the underlying tension that had been building between Samantha and me. Over cups of coffee and long discussions, they encouraged me to focus on my own needs and happiness, emphasizing that it was time for me to prioritize myself. Their unwavering support reminded me that I was not alone in this journey, that I was surrounded by people who cared deeply for my well-being. During this time, I decided to take a step back from romantic pursuits, giving myself the space I needed to heal. I wanted to focus on rediscovering who I was outside of a relationship, to reconnect with my passions and interests that had taken a back seat during my time with Samantha. I felt a yearning to reclaim my individuality, to embrace the aspects of myself that had been overshadowed by our dynamic. This process of self-discovery became crucial as I navigated the uncharted waters of life post-breakup. As I worked through the legal aspects of our situation, I sought out alimony and damages that I felt were justified, given the sacrifices I had made during our time together. The process of navigating the legal system was daunting, filled with long meetings, documentation, and negotiations. Each session served as a reminder of the commitment I had made to myself, to reclaim my life and assert my needs. It was not just about the financial compensation, it was about recognizing the emotional toll our relationship had taken on me and ensuring that my voice was heard in the aftermath. While I was dealing with my own emotional upheaval, I learned that Samantha was struggling in her own right. Reports indicated that she had accrued a significant amount of debt, forcing her to abandon her dreams of attending medical school. It was disheartening to hear about her predicament. Even though I had chosen to cut ties, a part of me still cared for her well-being. I understood how crushing financial burdens could be, and I couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy for her situation. Samantha's struggles served as a stark reminder of how life can take unexpected turns. It was a lesson in the fragility of dreams and the importance of resilience. I hoped that this challenging period would serve as a catalyst for her growth, pushing her to confront her circumstances with determination and strength. It was my sincere wish that she would find the ability to rise above her difficulties, learning to navigate life's challenges independently. I wanted her to discover her own potential, to harness her abilities and strive toward her goals, even if it meant taking a detour from her original plans. The weight of our shared history lingered heavily in my mind, like an anchor pulling me back into the depths of emotions I was trying to rise above. I often found myself reminiscing about the good times we had shared, the laughter, the inside jokes, the dreams we once had. It was hard to let go of those memories, as they were intertwined with my own growth and experiences. However, I understood that clinging to them would only prolong my pain. As I reflected on our relationship, I came to the realization that we had both changed, evolving into different people with different aspirations and desires. Accepting this reality was a necessary step in my healing process, a step that would allow me to move forward with a clearer perspective. Meanwhile, the fallout from Bart's actions continued to unfold, drawing my attention further into the web of emotional complexity surrounding our circle of friends. It had come to my attention that he had faced severe consequences after Bailey exposed his infidelity. Not only did he lose his job, but he also found himself ostracized from the industry he had once thrived in. This was a significant turn of events, and it forced me to reflect on the complexities of relationships and the unpredictable nature of life. Bart had always presented himself as confident and successful, but the truth had a way of unraveling facades, revealing the vulnerabilities that often lie beneath the surface. Hearing about Bart's downfall stirred mixed feelings within me. On one hand, I felt a sense of justice. On the other, I grappled with the moral implications of reveling in another person's misfortune. His betrayal had caused pain to many, including me, and yet I also recognized that everyone's capable of making mistakes. I found myself in a moral quandary. Was it right to feel satisfaction in his suffering, or should I extend empathy towards someone who had caused so much hurt? As I navigated my emotions, I reminded myself that it was important to remain grounded in my values. I sought to find a balance between acknowledging the pain he had caused while also recognizing the complexities of human nature. I wanted to remain open to the lessons life had to offer, allowing each challenge to shape me into a stronger, more compassionate individual. I understood that empathy was not only a gift I could give to others, but also a gift I could give myself in order to foster my own growth and healing. Reports indicated that Bart had become homeless, and this news shocked me to my core. It felt like a grim culmination of his choices, a harsh reminder that every action has consequences. As I processed this information, I couldn't help but feel conflicted. While I didn't wish ill on him, the reality of his situation evoked a complicated blend of pity and vindication. It was hard to reconcile the idea that someone who had wronged so many was now facing such dire circumstances. I wanted to approach his situation with compassion, but the weight of the betrayal made that a challenging task. Bailey, on the other hand, seemed to find solace in her successful revenge against Bart. She had every right to seek closure after the pain he had inflicted on her, but I could only imagine how empowering it must have felt to watch him face the consequences of his actions. Yet I couldn't shake the feeling that revenge, while temporarily gratifying, often comes with its own set of burdens. I wondered if Bailey would ultimately find peace in her choices, or if the satisfaction would fade over time, leaving her grappling with the emotional aftermath of her decisions. I wanted to reach out to her to see how she was coping with everything, but I also understood that she needed her space. As I contemplated these matters, I realized that navigating relationships often required a delicate balance of empathy, self-protection, and growth. Each person's journey is unique, and while we may not always understand the choices others make, we can learn from our own experiences. I wanted to remain open to the lessons life had to offer, allowing each challenge to shape me into a stronger, more compassionate individual. It became clear to me that my journey toward healing and self-discovery was intertwined with the experiences of those around me, creating a complex tapestry of growth and understanding. During this tumultuous period, I found myself rediscovering the beauty of solitude. There was something empowering about spending time alone, allowing myself the space to reflect on my emotions and thoughts. I began to appreciate the quiet moments, the stillness that came with solitude. I turned off my phone and stepped away from social media, seeking refuge in the simplicity of being present in my own life. I prioritized self-care, engaging in activities that brought me joy and fulfillment. In the midst of this newfound solitude, I discovered the joy of journaling. Writing became a therapeutic outlet for me, allowing me to process my emotions and reflect on my experiences. I poured my heart onto the pages, documenting my thoughts, fears, hopes, and dreams. Each entry was a step toward understanding myself better, a way to untangle the knots of confusion that had formed during my relationship with Samantha. I found comfort in the act of putting pen to paper, as it offered me a sense of clarity and purpose. Through journaling, I began to explore my aspirations, reevaluating what truly mattered to me. I set goals for myself, small, manageable ones that felt attainable yet fulfilling. I started to cultivate a vision for my future, one that was rooted in authenticity and self-discovery. I recognized that the journey ahead would not be without its challenges, but I felt a renewed sense of determination to embrace the possibilities that lay before me. As I ventured further into this journey of self-exploration, I made a conscious effort to step outside of my comfort zone. I sought new experiences, immersed myself in activities that ignited my passion and creativity. I joined local clubs, enrolled in classes, and even volunteered for community projects. Each new endeavor presented an opportunity for connection and growth, a chance to engage with others who shared my interests and values. I found joy in these interactions, creating new friendships that provided a support system as I navigated this transformative period in my life. Amidst all these changes, I was continuously reminded of the importance of living authentically. I wanted to be true to myself, to honor my values and beliefs as I forged ahead. I realized that authenticity is not just about being true to oneself. It also involves embracing vulnerability and allowing oneself to be seen by others. I began to shed the fear of judgment and opened myself up to the possibility of genuine connections with those around me. I sought relationships that felt nurturing and supportive, ones that encouraged mutual growth and understanding. As I reflected on my past, I recognized that every moment of joy, pain, and heartbreak had shaped me into the person I was becoming. I had learned that growth often emerges from the ashes of difficult experiences, and it was crucial to embrace both the light and the shadows of my journey. Each lesson that I learned added depth to my understanding of love, relationships, and self-worth. The relationship with Samantha had taught me valuable lessons about boundaries and self-care. It had shown me the importance of recognizing when to let go, even when it feels painful. I learned that it's okay to prioritize oneself and to walk away from situations that no longer serve one's growth. While the end of our relationship was undoubtedly challenging, it also marked the beginning of a new chapter in my life, one filled with potential and opportunity. In this pursuit of self-fulfillment, I was determined to cultivate a life filled with passion, creativity, and meaningful connections. I wanted to forge a path that aligned with my true self, one that resonated with my values and desires. I held on to the belief that every experience, good or bad, contributes to my growth, shaping me into a more resilient and compassionate individual. As I embarked on this new chapter, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. I was excited to see how my journey unfolded, eager to embrace the challenges and joys that lay ahead. I recognized that life is a continuous cycle of growth and transformation, and I was ready to navigate it with an open heart and adventurous spirit. The world was vast and filled with possibilities, and I intended to seize every opportunity that came my way. I envisioned a future where I could continue evolving, becoming the best version of myself, one step at a time. I wanted to celebrate my victories, both big and small, and honor the journey that had led me to this point. I sought to embrace the complexities of life, welcoming both the joys and challenges that would undoubtedly arise along the way. As the months passed, I remained committed to my personal growth. I surrounded myself with individuals who uplifted and inspired me, fostering relationships that were rooted in respect and mutual support. Together we navigated the intricacies of life, sharing our dreams and aspirations as we encouraged one another to chase after them. I began to explore new avenues of creativity, embracing the artistic expressions that had always resided within me. Whether it was painting, writing, or photography, I found joy in capturing the beauty of life and channeling my emotions into creative endeavors. This newfound passion became an essential part of my identity, allowing me to connect with myself on a deeper level. In this session of self-discovery, I also took time to nurture my physical health. I started exercising regularly, engaging in activities that invigorated my body and mind. Whether it was hiking, dancing, or practicing yoga, each movement became a celebration of life and vitality. I felt in tune with myself, embracing the energy and strength that resided within me.
I can't believe that the family of my son's fiancée lives in such a rundown house like this. How in the world could anyone live in such a dilapidated place at all? I really want to see the faces of these parents who are clearly beggars. Because I need myself a really good laugh to get over this shock.
Oh? Are you really going to say that? I think this house is actually quite normal. At least for the people who live around this area.
If this looks normal to you, then I suppose you must be incredibly fortunate. I can't even remember the last time I saw a one-story house. I mean, it's such an outdated concept. How are you okay with this?
Well, it's not that uncommon. There are plenty of people who love one-story houses. They're not all that rare, and we also happen to be fond of them in our family. My grandparents have a one-story house, and so does my aunt and uncle.
You know, human beings tend to want to divide their space vertically. It's just natural. People like having levels, right?
Hold on, what are you talking about? The subject you brought up is so exaggerated. What are you even trying to say here? I don't quite get it. Let's just drop the jokes, all right? Come inside already. I've made some tea for you, and it's all ready to serve.
I'm not joking at all. I don't even want to step foot in this rundown place. And come on, I have a feeling this house's tea is going to be some kind of weird purple color or something.
That's just impossible. It's not going to happen.
Oh, I've got a brilliant idea now. What if we invite a few comedians over and use this place as the setting for a haunted house challenge on a TV show? It could be a ghost-themed show. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Please don't go around calling my family's home a ruin.
Well, what can I say? I had this great idea just now. You know, I'm the president of a talent agency, and my husband is a major producer at a television station. So, it's my job to come up with these kinds of ideas and run the agency. Honestly, it's part of what I do, you know, coming up with creative concepts for TV shows.
Yes, I've heard that so many times already. I actually saw your husband on TV just the other day.
Well, of course. He's a big-time producer, after all. Not only is he behind the scenes making things happen, but he's also incredibly skilled at being on screen. He's multi-talented, you know. By the way, I'm planning to have Carl enter the entertainment industry, so you really shouldn't bring him into this shoddy house. His status would drop if you did.
But Carl told me that he's not interested in the entertainment industry.
There's no way he's not interested. Of course he wants to become a big star. He's just being shy about it, that's all. He's just playing it cool.
No, Carl has other important dreams that he's working toward.
There's no dream more important than becoming a famous celebrity. You'd be thrilled if your husband were a well-known celebrity, right? You'd feel so proud.
For me, I really just like Carl for who he is. It doesn't matter what career path he chooses. No matter what he does, Carl is Carl, and that's all that matters to me.
Oh, you're hopeless. Honestly, you sound so new to all this.
I don't think I said anything particularly new or inexperienced. I think I'm being perfectly reasonable here.
Oh, wait, I've got another idea. Why don't you play the role of a ghost for this haunted house challenge? With your long hair and pale complexion, you'd be perfect. I'm going to propose this idea to my husband, and it'll be a hit.
Huh? No way, I'm not doing that. Forget it.
Well then, let's at least take some creepy pictures inside this house. We could make you look all ghostly, paint your skin pale white, and dress you in a white gown like some eerie spirit.
What is going on here?
Oh my, surprisingly, it actually suits you. I have to admit, you really do have that kind of mysterious, eerie look about you. It's almost like you're naturally made for this kind of thing. You definitely look like you belong in a spooky setting, don't you think?
Hold on a second. You, of all people, are saying something like that? Mom, you can't be serious. I thought you would have some restraint in this situation, especially with everything that's been going on.
Oh, it's just a joke. Come on. I'm not making fun of you. Honestly, though, the photo does look surprisingly good. You've got that look down, I'll give you that much.
Anyway, enough of that. Where have you gone off to now? I've been dragged into all this mess, and now I'm here with Patricia, and I'm stuck wondering where you are while all of this is happening.
I went out for groceries, of course. I had a feeling you might have to be alone with Patricia for a while, though. Looks like you're getting a proper taste of her approach to things now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just as bad as I imagined. It's not even funny. Carl and Dad are apparently coming here, so that at least gives me a little peace, but for now it's just Patricia and me, and she's treating me like a stuffed animal. It's like I have no control over anything, and she's doing whatever she wants.
Once I'm back from getting groceries, just leave it all to me. I'll make sure she'll never be able to step foot outside again without thinking twice. No more freedom for her once I'm done with her.
Wait a minute, just hold on. You're not seriously thinking about buying barbed wire or something to tie her up, are you? I mean, come on, that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Of course I wouldn't do something that drastic, though now that you mention it, it could be an interesting idea. Your imagination is really starting to take off, huh? I'll have to think about it. You've given me some new ideas. Actually, where on earth would I even find barbed wire? Maybe I could just grab some from around here. Who knows? It might come in handy.
No, don't take that seriously. Don't go around trying to find barbed wire and bring it back. Honestly, don't get me involved in anything that ridiculous. This is just too much.
But think about it. Are you really okay with just sitting back and letting her walk all over you like this?
I'll manage. I've learned to just endure it for now. Carl already said he wants to cut ties with his parents. We don't need this kind of drama anymore, especially not with how they've been treating us.
Honestly, I get that you want to handle it your way, but you can't just keep letting them get away with all of this. You have to take action when the opportunity is right and strike hard when it counts. If you don't weed out the problems now, they'll keep growing and growing until you can't handle them anymore. That's just how things work.
Well, that's one way to put it, and it sounds a bit terrifying, honestly. Are we really going to take things to that extreme?
It's not about being extreme. It's about taking control. You've just got to wait it out a little bit longer. After that, everything will be different. And by the way, leave your ghost makeup on, all right? I want to see it in person. You've done such a good job with it.
You're just enjoying this whole thing, aren't you? You're getting a kick out of watching me get caught up in all this ridiculousness, I can tell.
It's starting to get really depressing being stuck in this rundown house for this show's planning. I can't even begin to explain how much I'm over it already. Every corner of this place feels like it's falling apart. The smell of old wood and dust is seriously getting to me. How much longer do we even have to be in here?
Well, if you'd like, you could always just head back now. I wouldn't mind if you just left. I'm really not sure how much longer I can stand being in this place. It's just so uncomfortable, and it's hard to think straight with all the chaos around me. Plus, being stuck in a house like this for the sake of a project is really starting to get under my skin.
No way! We need to finish what we came here to do. After a quick smoke break, we'll snap a few pictures and put everything into the proposal. There's still work to be done, even if this place is a dump. Let me at least have a cigarette in peace. I need to relax for a minute before I can even think about taking another step. This whole thing has me frazzled.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's that bad of a house. Sure, it's not a 5-star hotel or anything, but come on, it's not like we're in a house that's about to collapse. Maybe it's a little run down, but it still serves its purpose, right? It's not like we're filming in some totally destroyed, uninhabitable wreck.
Well, I'm dying to see your parents' faces. I've seen your mother's stupid face before, but I've never met your father. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of people would live in such a run-down place. It'll be interesting, won't it? There's no way they could possibly be anything like you. I just want to understand what kind of people would raise someone like you to think it's okay to live like this. It's kind of fascinating in a weird way.
Really now? Are you serious right now? You're going to make judgments like that based on the house? It's just a house. It's not like it defines who we are or how we live our lives. You can't judge people by their surroundings. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I see. So you're the owner of this shabby house. So you're the one causing all the trouble? This must be your mess. You're really making it hard for me to concentrate with all your nonsense. Oh, it's you. Wait, what's going on here? Why on earth are you so late? You said you'd be delayed, but you're really pushing it now, aren't you? What's taking you so long to get back? We're already behind schedule, and you're making it worse. I apologize for the delay. There was a lot more to handle than I expected. You know how it is. Sometimes things come up, and you just have to take care of them before anything else. You can't always predict what's going to happen. Excuse me, but making me wait around like this is completely unacceptable. I'm the CEO of an entertainment agency, and I'm also working with TV networks on their projects. My schedule is packed with work, and yet I took the time to come here for you. So don't make me wait for nothing. You don't seem to understand how busy I really am. This is incredibly inconvenient for me. Well, you were the one who said you wanted to come. You're the one who reached out to me, asking to be involved. I'm the one who made time in my busy day to get here. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why you're so upset. You asked for this, and now you're complaining about it? What? You think it's weird that I'm checking out the family home of my son's fiancé? I don't want to be here in this dump either, you know, but it's part of the job, and I have to be here. It's not like I wanted to come to this place. I could be doing a million other things right now. Wow, you're really acting all high and mighty, aren't you? So is this how entertainment professionals really think of themselves? Like they're better than everyone else? It's a little much, don't you think? You act like you're above everyone else just because of your job, but in reality, it's just a job like any other. I don't think of myself as better at all. But I can tell you're the one who's envious. You just can't help it, can you? So sad, really. You're jealous of my glamorous work, but that's only because your job probably doesn't get as much attention. Pathetic. I didn't ask for this kind of success, but I'll take it. People are always jealous of what they can't have, and clearly, that's you. I'm not jealous. I'm really not. Anyway, I heard you want to shoot a TV show at our place, right? What's the deal with that? I mean, it's one thing to be here under these circumstances, but filming a show in a house like this? Is that really the best choice? Yes, that's exactly what I want. I'm thinking of using this place as the setting for a haunted house theme. It's an old, decrepit building where a gruesome crime once took place. I'll get some of the younger comedians to try out a haunted house challenge. It's the perfect idea for summer programming, right? A spooky, creepy location like this one could make for a really memorable TV show. I'm sure viewers will love it. So, you plan on broadcasting this on TV? Of course! It'll definitely be airing on national television. You know my husband, don't you? The big-time producer. Surely you've heard of him. I don't think it'll take much convincing for him to get on board with this idea. Yes, I know. He's an incredibly well-known producer. But wait, you're saying the idea will be approved right away once you give it to him? Just like that? It sounds too easy, but if it works, I won't complain. That's exactly right. All I have to do is give him the proposal, and it's basically done. I'm the idea person behind all of this, so it's my job to come up with the concept. Once I pitch it to him, we're in business. Ah, I see now. So what are we waiting for? Shouldn't we get started on filming immediately? Huh? Wait, what? What do you mean, huh? We're here now, so let's get to work. After all, you're the one who's so busy, right? The sooner we start, the better. Are you really okay with this? You're ready to dive right in? Of course I am. This house being on TV, that's a huge deal. Once in a lifetime opportunity for me. What could possibly be better than that? Ha! Typical country bumpkin. So naive. All right then, let's make the most of it. We'll shoot whatever we can for now. You know, these days, you can film an entire show on a smartphone. Sounds good to me. I'll give it everything I've got to make this show a success. Oh, whatever. Just don't mess it up. Make sure it turns out well, if you can. Huh? Wait, what's going on here? Why is Randy here? Oh, do you know Randy? No, it's not about knowing him. He's a legendary producer known as Mr. Ratings in the industry. Why on earth would he come to this rundown house in the countryside? Randy is my husband. What? So he's that famous in the industry, huh? As expected of my husband. Well, now that he's here, it looks like the filming is finally about to begin. Yeah, well... Come on, let's get to filming the show where we turn our house into a haunted ruin and make the young comedians do a scare challenge. We need to get moving on this. Could I have a moment to take this proposal back and think it over? It's just a little rude to everyone else here. You've already been endlessly rude so far. Stopping now won't do anything to repair the trust that's already been lost. I mean, does Randy know about all of this? Oh, of course he does. I've been sending him every interaction we've had. He's in the loop. What? You've sent him everything? Well, as an industry professional, I thought it was important for him to know about the proposal. I'm just an amateur, so I don't fully understand how all this works. Wait, everything we've talked about, you've shared it all with him? Yes, I've sent everything. And now the train has already left the station. So let's just get this show on the road and start filming. It's time to do this. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. I've really messed up here. What are you apologizing for? Let's just make the show. We need to get to work already. No, but I just need to take a moment to reconsider. That's too bad. Because my husband is already working on the production for the show. What? The production? What do you mean by that? Well, not only is he offering our house as a filming location, but he also wants to contribute in other ways. He's even preparing a documentary-style segment about how this show came to be. Hold on, what's all this about? It's about using the footage of our conversations and even the footage of you putting makeup on Caitlin, forcing her into a ghost look. Apparently, Randy's turning it all into a documentary. Wait, hold on, that's a problem. And wait, footage of me applying makeup on Caitlin? Oh, you see, we have a cat, and we've set up a pet camera. It caught everything perfectly on camera. A pet camera? No, but wait, you didn't capture the audio, right? Well, I wanted to hear the cat's voice too, so yes, of course, the sound is recorded as well. Wait, what? So Randy has already seen that footage? Of course, he's already started editing it. That's why he's locked himself in the study right now. Oh no, what do we do? Is there any way to stop this from going forward? Stop it? What do you mean by stop it? Can you tell Randy to stop making the documentary? To just cancel the whole thing? Well, he's already started working on it, so there's no way to stop it now. What the heck? No, this is crazy. I didn't even know Randy was that Randy. Whether you knew it or not, it doesn't change the fact that this house looks like a dump, right? Either way, this was always going to happen. Look, I'm sorry. I'm really regretting this. You don't need to apologize. Honestly, I'm grateful. You've helped to get Caitlin and this house a chance to make it onto the mainstream TV channels. This is just too much. And you know what the best part is? Now that Randy is involved, we have even more eyes on the project. People are going to see us. I bet they'll want to know more. Imagine what this could mean for us. If the show does well, the house might become a hotspot. People might even want to visit. But that's not what I intended. I didn't ask for this. I never imagined it would go this far. I just wanted something simple, something fun, not some huge TV production. Oh, you should have thought about that before you got involved. Once you put your name on something like this, there's no going back.
especially when Randy's involved. He has connections everywhere.
But I didn't even know he was going to make it this big. And now there's footage of me making Caitlin look like a ghost. That's not what I signed up for. Hey, Caitlin. Could you please tell them to stop this?
What do you mean? Stop what?
I mean, I want you to tell them to cancel the plan to film the show at this house. Please, I think you're the one who can get through to them the best.
Well, I'm currently rehearsing for my role as a ghost, and I'm also helping Dad with the documentary production for this show, so...
Hey, I got it already. I was wrong, okay? I'm even apologizing to your mother. How long are you going to keep acting like you don't understand?
Wait, are you seriously getting angry at me now?
Yeah, because I know what's going on. You're pretending, but I know you're doing this as some sort of revenge against me. Stop being childish. Don't you dare try to act like this. Carl should be arriving soon, and I'll have him talk to you about this too.
Wait, Carl's already decided to cut ties with you.
What?
He's been telling me for a while now that he wants to do that. He's already been informed of everything that happened today, and once he arrives, he plans to speak to you about it.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would Carl cut ties with me? Shouldn't it be with you instead?
No, Carl's upset that his future is being decided for him. You've been using your influence to push him into being a model for magazines, forcing him to appear in films and dramas. Honestly, I think that you've gone way too far with that.
Carl would never say such a thing. Of course, everyone wants to become a star, right?
Not everyone, actually.
When I was Carl's age, I wanted to be one too.
That's only because you originally wanted to be a talent. Carl doesn't want that. It's not right to force your dreams onto your son.
What do you know about him? I understand Carl better than anyone. I'm his mother. Don't you dare speak about him like you know what you're talking about.
Then do you know what Carl's dream is?
Huh? What do you mean? It's obviously to become a star, right? He's my son, so of course that's what he wants.
No, that's not it. Carl wants to be a writer.
What?
Did you even know that Carl loves reading novels? While working a regular office job, he's been writing novels, submitting them for competitions, and recently he even won a new author award. Did you know about that?
Wait, is that really Carl?
Yes, that's Carl. He tried to tell you about it, but you didn't listen at all. Instead, as always, you pushed him into modeling jobs.
But Carl being a writer, that's...
He is very good looking, and you may think it's a waste to have him as anything other than a star. But more than looks, shouldn't you respect his will and choices? Carl is going to be here soon. You should talk to him directly about this.
But I just can't believe this.
I know it's hard to accept, but this is what he wants to do with his life. He doesn't want to be pushed into a mold of what you think he should be. Carl is his own person, and it's time for you to acknowledge that.
But I'm his mother. I've supported him all these years. I've been the one guiding him.
It's not about guidance. It's about understanding what he wants and respecting that. He's not a puppet to be molded according to your wishes. He's not just some prop to fulfill your dreams through him. Carl deserves a chance to chase his own dreams.
But I've been helping him so much. All this time, I've been the one making sure he had the right opportunities.
And you've been pushing him into roles he didn't want. That's not helping him. Helping means giving him the space to discover his own path, not deciding it for him. Carl doesn't need to be another model, another actor. He needs to be able to follow his own passions.
I can't just let him go like that. I can't let him make a decision like this.
You need to. You've done your part in raising him, but now it's time to let him make his own choices. You have to let go and trust him.
Trust him? But what if he makes a mistake? What if this doesn't work out?
That's his decision to make, not yours. He's not a child anymore. And besides, he's already making progress. He won a writing award. That's a pretty big deal.
But I don't understand. He was always so good looking, always someone who could have been a star.
Good looks don't define someone's worth. Carl is so much more than that. He's a writer, a creator. That's who he really is.
But I don't know if I can just step back and accept that.
You don't have to accept everything immediately, but you do have to respect it. Carl is telling you who he is, and it's time to listen.
Patricia, the documentary footage is all finished. It's done and ready. Now let's go ahead and publish it on YouTube immediately. The main program will follow right after that. We're just about to get everything in motion.
Wait, no, hold on. I completely forgot about that. I'm in the middle of a serious discussion with Carl right now.
Oh, I understand. You must be busy. Well, I'll handle this side of things. I'll go ahead and publish it on YouTube, and I'll also post a preview for the main program, to get the buzz going.
No, don't publish it. Please, just wait a moment. I'm outside talking to Carl right now, and I really need to focus on that conversation. It's important.
But you were the one urging me to hurry before, right? If you didn't want this to happen so quickly, you should have said so. I'm sure you can handle this later. We've got everything set up, so there's no reason not to move ahead right now.
No, wait! I'll do whatever needs to be done later. But right now, I really need to focus on Carl and this conversation we're having. It's crucial, and I can't be distracted right now.
I get it, of course. You care deeply about your son. I understand why you'd prioritize this conversation with him. But, well, I can't sit here and wait for too long. You know how much I need this to go well. Okay, here it goes. Click! I've uploaded the video.
Wait, no, stop! I told you to wait! I'm serious! Don't post it yet! What are you doing? Hey, where's Carl? Where did Carl go?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest. It's hard to say. However, there is a possibility that his mother, who finally made an attempt to face herself, was shocked by the fact that she disappeared again so quickly, all for her own convenience. That might have been too much for him.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? This is all your fault, isn't it? You were the one who caused all this chaos, weren't you?
There have been so many chances for you to confront him. You were just telling Caitlin not too long ago that you understand Carl better than anyone else in the world. Do you remember that? You were boasting about it like it was some kind of accomplishment.
Well, that's...
I can't believe you're trying to blame me now. How could you possibly do that? Besides, I've already done everything I could to help you out. The show was canceled, and I made sure that the documentary footage was never released. I fulfilled my part of the deal with you, didn't I?
But, Carl...
You chose your own convenience and selfish desires over the chance to actually talk to him. Don't you think it's time you took responsibility for your actions and accepted the consequences of that choice? After all, this is what you've brought upon yourself, isn't it?
Oh, this is the worst. This is just unbearable. I've been completely abandoned by my own son. I'm all alone with no one around. This is just how things are now, isn't it? There's nothing I can do about it.
But you still have your husband, don't you?
Well, we're in the middle of a divorce settlement right now.
What?
I haven't even told Carl about it yet. This whole thing started years ago, and it's been a slow decline. Our relationship has been falling apart for so long now, I just couldn't keep it together anymore. That's why I was trying so hard to come up with an idea for a new show, something that could bring us back together again, you know? I was hoping to create a situation where I could work with him once more, even if it meant setting aside everything else for a moment.
You know, your entertainment agency has come as far as it has because of Carl's support and influence. You couldn't have made it this far without him.
Do you even realize how rude that sounds? Do you? Maybe you don't care, but at least now you know. Fine, whatever. It's true, though. You can't deny that.
Anyway, would you like to come over to my place for some tea? You must need some time to think things through and clear your head, right? There's a lot to sort out, and I'm sure you could use a bit of time to reflect on everything that's been happening lately.
I suppose I should. I do need to get my thoughts in order. Thank you for offering. I appreciate it.
All right then, please come over whenever you're ready. I'll wait for you, and I'll make sure to have some nice purple tea ready for you when you arrive. I'll be here, waiting for you. Lol.
Patricia stopped by our place to take a break before heading back home. Given that she was in the middle of divorce negotiations with her husband, it's understandable that she was feeling incredibly stressed and was probably in a very unstable emotional state, filled with anxiety. It was a tough time for her, and I could sense that she was going through a lot more than just the typical strain of a divorce. The situation seemed to have shaken her up quite a bit, and it was clear that she wasn't in the best place emotionally. Eventually, Patricia did go through with the divorce from her husband, and on top of that, Carl also severed ties with her. Now she's living alone. It must have been a difficult decision for her, but I think it was necessary for her to move on. As for her career, I heard that the talent agency she worked with has transferred her rights to someone else, which left me wondering what's she up to now. No one really knows where she is or what she's doing at this point, which makes it even more difficult to keep track of her. From the little I could gather, Patricia seems to be doing a lot of self-reflection after everything that happened. She appeared to be deeply regretful of her past actions, taking the time to look back and reconsider her choices. I truly believe that she will bounce back, though, and with time, she'll probably find a way to return to the industry. People go through rough patches, but they can always come out the other side stronger, and I hope that's the case for her. As for my mom, she's become a bit obsessed with my ghost makeup. Every time I decline her requests, she shows me more photos and videos, teasing me about how I look. She really enjoys it, and it's starting to get a bit much. On the one hand, I'm grateful for her support because it was thanks to her that Carl and I were able to live a peaceful newlywed life. But on the other hand, I'm starting to get a little annoyed with her constant teasing and would like her to ease up a bit. As for my dad, he's retired now and no longer works as a producer. These days, he spends most of his time at home with my mom, watching TV and constantly complaining. He'll say things like, "If it were me, I'd do this way," and it's become a bit of a running joke. It's kind of funny in a way, but it also makes me wonder how he's spending his retirement.